what do you believe are the main benefits of professional networking as a networking queen?
Oh, networking queen. Thank you. For me, it was about being in the room with like-minded business people because when I first moved to Australia, I didn't have that. And I think being running your own business, you need to have those
100%.
like-minded people with you and surround yourself by them
Yep.
because the other conversations are not in the same. They just don't get it. Um, and
So
I
it's the
think,
context as well, yeah, when you go to professional
yeah,
networking. Yeah.
yeah, absolutely, absolutely, because there'll be, and I've gone to many different networking groups. Very, there's ones that are for sort of basic new starters where you just come in, just testing the water, and then there's the professional, where there's I've been to ones where they source the referrals, and then there's other networking groups that really focus on it's all about building connections.
Yeah, there's a lot of different formats, isn't there? I mean, we run our own networking group and we're sort of focused on that more casual format, but there's a lot more formal ones as well, isn't there?
Absolutely.
Yeah. So
Absolutely.
it's really about finding what works for you. Yeah.
Mhm. Yeah, absolutely.
So would you have any notable examples of the benefits you've experienced from being part of professional networking after moving to Australia?
Oh, first off, for me, it was about finding my confidence because when I first started networking, the group that had joined, a professional networking organization, that the group that I was in used to call me the mouse because
Uh-huh.
I was, I wouldn't say boo to a goat. When I would stand up to say yeah, that elevator pitch, I would be, oh my gosh, do not even look at me.
Yeah, yep.
I'd have prompt cards in my hand that I would read. And
Oh, we
then,
all start somewhere, don't we? Yeah.
yeah. So just turning up. This organization runs every fortnight. Just turning up weekly, fortnightly, whatever. Just turning up really helped build my confidence.
Yep.
Because ultimately, we know confidence. We need action to build confidence.
So I just saw someone shared a post where they'd been to someone who was public speaker who was talking about being comfortable with the uncomfortable. Yeah. So that's
Mm,
really ties in with what you're saying. Yeah.
absolutely, for
Mm,
sure. Yeah.
okay. Okay. And do you think some of that nerves was also being in a new country, having an accent,
Yes. Yeah,
or feeling a bit
absolutely.
different? Yeah.
Absolutely. And even down to the clothes that I was
Oh,
wearing,
really?
I just felt like, oh my gosh, I do not fit in because I was I don't know, it was just my perception at the
Yes.
time
Yeah.
that
You
I was
just felt like
very
you're in a
UK,
really new environment. Yeah.
very UK orientated clothing line.
Yes. They have
And
far better fashion, by the way, but yes.
thank you. But yeah, I just felt like I was the odd pin in the group.
Yeah, yeah. Understandable. Yeah, yeah. I did a public speaking course recently, and there's a couple of lovely young chaps there who English is their second language. And both of them mentioned it at least once, that they felt uncomfortable about public speaking with their accents. And I loved the facilitator, who we both know very well, pulled them both up and said, no, because that's part of your uniqueness. That makes you different, and people are seeking differences amongst humans, yeah?
Yeah, I love that. I
Yeah,
love,
yeah. So being really proud of being different.
yeah.
Um, what do you think the primary purpose of professional networking is or should be? And I've probably given an indicator when I mentioned our group that we run. What do you think the primary purpose of professional networking should be?
I think it's about building genuine, and I mean genuine from sometimes we think we're being genuine,
Yeah,
sometimes we're not.
yeah. And
Um,
people can read through it, yeah?
yeah. So it's to build genuine, a mutual beneficial relationship. So through that value of being authentic,
Yeah, big one.
that will show in your values And even more than that, it shows in your behavior. So if you're not authentically aligned, it doesn't matter, even if you think that, oh, I'm being genuine.
Yes.
I know I talk to people about this all the time, and I see it in behaviors, is that your behavior will not match your values.
Yeah. And it's probably the energy you're giving off too, I would imagine, yeah. If you're not being authentic,
Yeah,
people
you'll
will
find it.
pick up through
Yeah,
energy, yeah?
yeah, you'll find it draining yourself,
Yes. Yes.
even though you might not realize it. And then other people, even though they might not be aware, if they can't, they know. Um,
Mm.
there's a phrase that says, I can't remember who said it, but people remember how you made them feel.
Yeah.
Yeah. And if you are being inauthentic, people will feel that,
Yes. So
even though they
poignant.
might not be able to language it, but they will know, yeah, that I'm not sure about that person.
Yep.
Sometimes it comes across like that. Whereas is if you're authentically aligned with your values and you are there, being authentically you, being really genuine, and you're really values aligned, it's about what can I give? What can I give to you, as
Yes.
opposed to what can I, we call it like, it's
Yes.
almost like a grabber energy. What can
Yeah,
I
yeah.
receive from
Giver
this?
rather than a taker, yeah?
Yeah, yeah. When you give, and it's mutually beneficial, then the other person will feel that too.
And I, without wanting to big note us too much, I do think that's what's working in the networking group that we've created, yeah, LinkedIn Local Melbourne East, because we are both very genuine, authentic people, and we're living by the values of what we want within that group, and that's genuine, collaborative, energizing, supportive connections. Yeah, it's not about the hard sell.
Yeah,
It's about building this positive room energy where everyone walks away feeling inspired and excited and
yeah, and even more than that, it's that excitement that we have
yeah,
behind the scenes, preparing the. I mean, I'm laughing now just of the joy that it is the text messages, the calls,
yeah, yeah.
these moments of that. Oh my gosh, what about this? We're like, okay, we got this.
Coming up with the ideas of who will present and the activities. Yeah, it's fun. Yeah, we're having fun with it, and I think that comes across too. Yeah,
Absolutely.
yeah, great. Okay, so nice segue into me asking you, who do you think can really benefit from professional networking?
First of all, you've got to be a business owner, or
Mhm.
someone who could be perhaps is employed
Yeah,
but does have skin in the game. So they've got their voice is heard in that
so
organization.
maybe need to bring in customers, etc. Yeah,
Yeah,
yep,
yeah. So their customers are they're connecting with the customers
yep,
of the business.
yep.
Anyone who wants to be a leader.
Yep. Yeah, exactly. I think because I think, again, harking back to our group, I think we've created something where it's a real learning space as well, yeah. And that could be for any type of professional, yeah.
Yeah.
Because they can take what they've learnt back to the business they work for as well, yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
ours is definitely, even if it's not a leader um, in their own business, it's a
Yes.
leader in their company.
Yeah. Yeah, for sure. Okay, great. And what would you say you've learnt in terms of positive professional networking? So, how you ensure it's a positive professional networking exercise that you undertake?
Positive. I think it begins with saying yes to everything.
Yeah.
Everything that comes up, say yes. So, for my own example, I was asked to be the meet and greeter. And even though there was every cell in my body thinking, I can't do this, I can't do this. But by saying yes to becoming the meet and greeter, um, that opened up so many doors for me just by saying yes. And it
Yeah.
was something that I didn't want to do. So yeah, so if you're in a professional group, say yes when doors open you because you never know where that door can lead you.
Yep, yep. And I think again aligning with the values that we have in our networking group, but I think it's also that positive professional networking is where you don't go in there thinking I'm going to win customers or win
Uh,
leads. Yeah,
yeah.
just about
And what
supporting each other. Yeah,
Absolutely. What just came to mind was the times that I have just rocked up to coffee chats, just catch ups, and business has been done where they've just gone, oh my gosh, what about this? And collaborations have come
Yeah.
into just almost through. Well, I guess our collaboration. It was like you asked me, oh my gosh, come on, Joe, you
And where did we first meet? At a professional networking group.
yeah, absolutely,
Yeah.
absolutely.
Yeah, yeah.
Never
Great.
know, you never know who you're going to meet.
Exactly, exactly. And that's where that diversity is really valuable too, of having that diversity of professionals come along, yeah, where there's opportunities you may not have even considered could come through, or you learn stuff that you never would have thought you would learn, yeah. Um, how do you think newcomers should approach professional networking? So I guess if you think back to yourself as the mouse, for instance, what do you think is the best approach when becoming a professional networker?
Take courageous action. Just take one step. Just get yourself the first event I went to, I had to walk through a revolving door and I really wanted to walk back out.
Straight back out.
Yeah, keep going. There'll be, if you're going to a professional networking group that is values aligned, that's one thing to bear in mind as well. Is this group, does this
Yeah,
group
yeah.
align? So know what so be clear on your values, be clear on your intention for going. And then three, go take those steps. Just go in because if you are at a values aligned group, there will be people in already in the room that know networking, and they will know they might not know that it's your first event, but once they start talking to you, they'll get that. You'll give them that feeling
Yes, they'll look after you, yeah?
after you.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
And also, if you've been invited to an event, tell a person that they might already know. That's why they're inviting you. Or if they don't, tell them that it's your first event. But
Yes.
ultimately, there are people that, serial networking professionals
Yeah,
out there.
yeah, absolutely. Hello, networking queen.
But just let that person know
Mm,
because then if it was me, I didn't know anyone going to the event that I went to, but
yeah.
I know that when I first started, I was inviting a lot of people that had never done networking before. And I used to call up and tell the group, hey, my friend Jane is coming. Can you look out for her? She's never done networking before. Yeah, fine, no problem.
And I think it's also about just give it a go. Like
Yeah.
I've been to a few where it hasn't gelled for me. Like, each to their own. Like I said, there's different formats, but go and
Yeah.
try it. If it's not the right one, well keep trying. You'll find the right one for you, yeah?
And if you don't try it, you will never know. And it's
Exactly.
okay for it not to be a fit. There are
Yeah.
plenty more out there that will be values aligned
Yes. 100%.
for sure.
Okay.